everyone! Welcome back to the Casino Co YouTube channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the Strike Attack Monolophosaurus from the upcoming Jurassic World Rebirth line. I managed to get my hands on this at a Walmart in Aberdeen, Washington. They had a whole bunch of the smaller figures available and ready to be purchased, which surprised me because the figures are not supposed to come out until June 1st. Lucky me. Anyways, the packaging looks great, with the new Spinosaurus tied design proudly displayed in the bottom right corner of the box. The sunset behind the forest foliage is very beautiful, and the black, gray, and red color scheme is very unique compared to the rest of Mattel's Jurassic lines. On the back of the box, it gives a tutorial on how to play with the toy, as well as don't choke on it, pretty much being written in 300 other languages. We see the different figures in the Strike Attack line displayed on the bottom left, including the Inostrancevia Yuxosaurus and a repaint of the Tapijara from the Dino Rivals line. The Monolophosaurus itself is a repaint. This mold has been redone many times, like more times than I can count, so obviously this figure should be the weakest link in the line. However, Mattel will always find a way to innovate, and with the addition of the color scheme of one of Universal's most famous monsters, the Indoraptor, this figure is guaranteed to pop out on shelves, breathing new life into a tired mold. Now, let's get this thing out of the box. Now that we have it out of the box, I can proudly say that it looks really decent. Then again, the what's it called, paint job probably wouldn't be that hard because the mold is all one solid color, and then they just hosed it down with a golden stripe going down the side of it. The only problem I have with the paint job is the teeth, because it kind of looks like they just got a big glob of white and globbed it on there. So, you know, that looks a little crummy. Another thing about it is for the sculpt, they got the webbing in between the fingers. I don't think that webbing is supposed to be there, and it looks really bad, if I had to be honest. And one more thing, we have the product number right here, very visibly on the side of the figure. Yeah, it doesn't really look the best with that being there. Now, with that being said, the sculpt is really good. I've seen this sculpt many times on other reviews. This is the first time I've ever owned this sculpt. The top of the head here is sculpted well. Got each of the quills going down the spine. The articulation's pretty good. The legs have a little bit of a pivot. They pivot in. This leg pivots a little bit. The legs move in a full 360 motion. The arms have great articulation, actually, being able to move completely outward and in a full 360 motion, almost like there's a ball joint in there. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation. The action feature is basic. You're able to pull down the tail and the jaw will open and close. It would have been nice if the jaw started off closed and then open, because it's kind of awkward with it just gaping open all the time. But hey, it's still great nonetheless. On the bottom of the foot, we have the return of the scan codes from 2018's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom line. So here's that. Let's see if we can get a good view of that. Sorry, the lighting is kind of bad because I'm on vacation right now, not in my old setup. So yeah, but good luck getting that scan code. All right, there's the scan code. So yeah, I can imagine the paint job on this figure being very easy to do, especially since they didn't have to go out of their way to paint the claws, since, well, the figure's already completely matte black. And yeah, it's a decent figure. A decent addition to Mattel's Jurassic collection. Let's do some size comparisons very quick. Here it is next to a can of LaCroix. Here it is next to the Hammond Collection Allosaurus. Here we have it next to the Hammond Collection's JP3 Velociraptor. And then here we have it next to the Dino Tracker's Indominus Rex. One question I have though is why they didn't use their updated design of the Monolophosaurus from I think the Chaos Theory line. That confuses me because that figure has like no repaints, I'm pretty sure. And this Monolophosaurus mold has had like 360 repaints over its lifespan. So that's just something I'm wondering about. Anyways, you all have a great rest of your day, and please make sure to like and subscribe so that I can reach 1,000 subscribers before I die of old age. Bye-bye!